Welcome to Jimmy James Garage. It's been a while. Had to get a video done about the state of the shop. Not only the state of the shop, but I had to answer a few questions about the missus here. So this is the miss. It's going to be a girl. So go to the end of this video and you're going to see what her name is. We come up with a name. Thanks to all you guys. We have a little vanilla here on this pipe, and I want to thank Vance from the smoke shop in Lewiston, Idaho. Vance come up with this neat, cool little tobacco pipe, and we're smoking a little vanilla here, getting a vanilla smell in the shot, aromatic. So it's hot rods and aromatic. Pretty cool. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. This video is about kind of what's been going on at the shop, and like I said, at the end of this, you're going to find out her name on the 52 Chevrolet. I really can't wait to reveal it because you guys have played a big part. The other videos you've seen asking for a name, and you guys come up with some real winners. And yeah, we'll go over that here towards the end of this video. But right now, we're going to go over some of the other things that have been going on. First off, I've been on some great car shows. I've been traveling, was all the way into California and Nevada, and just didn't get a lot of video. Not because I didn't want to. I had the camera with me. Things just didn't work out. Some of the video I took I didn't like. It happens. It happens. I'm glad you could join me, though. I really appreciate it. Go ahead, like and subscribe to all that. Let's get that out of the way. And if you don't want to, okay, you don't have to. It's free. It helps us out. So these are some of the projects right behind me on this little shelf I bought. I actually bought this on Marketplace. That's kind of the first thing I want to talk about. And you're looking for parts, go to Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, look away. Type in different things on there, a couple tips and tricks, and I probably shouldn't tell all my secrets, but a lot of times you type in different words and misspell some things. Not everybody is spelling all the stuff. Carburetor's one. People just don't spell correctly. And a lot of times those things will pop up. I wanted a shelf because that kind of leads into another reason I wanted a portable stand that's on wheels that rolls around with adjustable height is because we're working on getting a lift in here. You know, this car is going to be front and center along with the 55, my 55 old Bluey. That's the name of that one, Bluey. Bluey back there. Going to be on these lifts, and that lift's going to be front and center here. And I want to thank Rob. Rob, it's been a pleasure, having you get all this done for me and really pushing to get this lift going. And appreciate that. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. And your Save Jimmy's Knees and Backs campaign is pretty cool. And if you have any questions, go ahead and in the comment if you want to help out with that. And I can message you, or you can go onto my Facebook and private message me, things like that. So anyways, we're gonna get a lift in here. That's where these video proceeds are going, and it's all about getting these cars and getting them in the air, and I'll be able to really film underneath some of the project stuff we have. Like this one has a couple small rusty floorboards we're going to replace. It would be neat to be underneath it. Laying on the back with the camera and all that just doesn't turn out very well. It's just not what I think is good quality. You get the idea. I'll show some of it, but yeah, that's kind of what the lift will be. And of course, it'll be front and center right here. It'll be on 99% of our videos. Enough about the lift. The lift. When I said list, I'm gonna go over a little list of all the names for the miss over here, the 52 Chevrolet. I will be, getting to that here in a second. Let's take a look here. Let me turn the camera around here, and we'll look at some other little projects we've been working on. So here we go. All right, there we go. Let's start in the back here. Cold brake. So I have gotten with Cold Brake, and I am using their draft system. So they have they're a beverage draft beer anywhere. So you can do like these jockey boxes, and we're using a jumper box for our truck out here. We hope to add a jockey box to it also. And a jockey box has taps on one side. It has approximately per tap. It has like 50 foot of stainless steel coil if it's a Cold Brake, a good one, And the beer goes in there, cools off, and you can also run cocktails and mocktails and virtually every beverage you can think of. And we actually have a little keg that's still in the box of it. We can take the tap off, and then we can mix drinks and put it in there. Why am I telling you all this? Well, the reason I'm telling you all this is our 62 Chevy 1-ton cattle truck is called Cattle Truck Mobile Bar. And we are going to, we already have a job lined up, and we're going to have many, many more jobs lined up where we're going to serve at weddings and big events. And so these big events in our area is very rural, so we'll have that 60 Chevy cattle truck. And so let me kind of show you some of that. So here is the big box of stuff. I just started to get it unpacked, you know, and they sent me a cool t-shirt along with it, but all the taps and hoses and, you know, we're going to put the taps on the side of the truck. Then we can just pour beer and hand it over and off it goes. It's going to be called a dry hire is what it's going to be called, what it is. And dry hire means the customer buys the alcohol and then we just serve it. But look how, you know, some impressive things. Whoa, watch out. Watch out, everybody jump. Just knocked over the dustpan. You know, they have even a cool box. Look at that box. I'll tell you, this they've been awesome to deal with. I talked to them 4 or 5 times on the phone, exactly what I wanted, and they were able to set me up with a package like you wouldn't believe. And let me kind of show you over here what we're looking at. So this truck right here is what the cattle truck is. Let me get the camera going. And on the side of it, we are going to have the taps. And I'm going to go ahead and shine it up a little bit more. I have an old saddle blanket seat cover for it. We're going to put a gun rack in there just for some authenticity. It's heavy to lift with one arm, but this thing comes up like an awning, like so, and the taps will go in behind there. So it gives you the idea of what's going on. And then around the back here, all the kegs. Again, another Facebook Marketplace find were these steps that we couldn't pass up. So we'll be able to hide all the kegs back here, which is just going to be really sanitary and clean. And there's a little door that goes on here, so you won't be able to see in here. I mean, guys that are super tall, I guess, could peek over, but it'll all be hidden in the back there. And this is the project we're working on because, like I said, we do have a job that we need to get this thing done for. And just a different design. Plus, what a beautiful day. It is incredible here in north central Idaho. Cows are out there cutting the grass for us, and we got some of it roped off, a little electric wire, but this is about cars and things of that nature, not about cows. Now, let me take you back inside. Okay, we're back inside here. So let me show you some of the other things. One of our longtime viewers sent me a prize. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys recognize that, but that's the powerful Mach 5 Speed Racer. Look how cool that is. Brand new in the box, and it's a model, which I will be putting together. But again, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. This person actually knows that when I was a kid, that's how it kind of all got started. You know, watching Speed Racer, and Racer X was his brother, number 9. And, you know, if you guys are of that era, you've watched Speed Racer. And so, yeah, Tossed and Found is their channel. And Tossed and Found, they got a unique setup. You got to go to it. Go to Tossed and Found and look at their channel. Don't go now. No, don't. Stay here. Stay. Don't go. Yeah, don't go now. But after you're all done, go take a look at Tossed and Found. And again, John, Tina, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. You don't know how much I really love that. That is very cool. And then when I mentioned the other day let me flip it around here. I hate talking away from the camera. It's kind of strange, but let's get this thing set up here. There we go. So here we are again. Let me get the camera right. I don't have a cameraman today. So there we go. We should be good to go here. All right. Glad you're sticking with us. I'm leaning on this thing. It's pretty cool because I can have the camera on here. I can roll it around. You know, we could actually tour we can roll around. We can turn it. Let's turn it towards the car. How about that? The car that's a missus. So we got to turn this camera down a little too high. Let's go. Whoa. So, okay, there we're back. Here we go. All right. Well, I was at the car shows, as I mentioned. One of the car shows is called, I think it was Dead Lead car show in Shasta Lake City. And that's the car club that puts it on. They do a great job with it. Just one of the best shows I've been to the last 2 years. And they have all these prizes. And I actually announced and I did all the prizes, the giveaways. I didn't do it. The club members and the local vendors all gave these. I mean, they gave out, and national vendors gave out all sorts of prizes to these people that brought their cars out and bought tickets that go to a charitable deal. And they had asked me that, hey, can you name them all out? And I said, sure. But I bought tickets, and give those to somebody else, and just call them out. And you're not drawing them anyways, you're just announcing it. So I said, okay. So I got with the guys, and they started drawing tickets out of the box, and each box had a prize in front of it. So, let's say you wanted a can of spray paint, and they didn't have that, but this for argument's sake. You put the tickets in front of that, and then you were in that drawing for that box. It was awesome. It was cool. Well, what would I put all my tickets in? I'm a patina guy, right? I mean, I love patina. Look at the patina. So what do you think I would put mine in? Sweet patina sauce. There it is. So I got this one, and then the happy ending detail wipe. I have not used this before. We're going to see. And if Sweet Patina, you're out there watching, thanks for donating to that car show. And look at that. We're going to be doing it onto the car. Huh? How cool is that? Winner, winner. Once they said it, I was like, all right. It was funny. I gave my tickets to my dad, and he's over there with his Nomad, all the shiny paint and everything. And they're like, you win the patina sauce. And they're like, the guy with the Nomad? Yeah, he won the patina sauce. Yeah, it was me. I won the patina sauce. I mean, that was awesome. So, yeah. I just thought, put all your eggs in one basket. Go for the patina sauce. How could you go wrong? It even comes with a little handle. It's kind of cool. You can put on this bottle. Like I said, I've never used this Happy Endings detail wipe, so I'll be bringing a video on that and how great it works. I mean, I won it. Winner, winner. It's always fun when you win. That's one thing we've been doing and working on. The other thing we've been working on is I got a stamp, a Jimmy James Garage stamp that I can stamp my letters and envelopes that I return to people. And then we're working on I'm not going to give up the next thing we're working on, but it's going to be in a red rag, and I'll show you. That's how it's going to get wrapped. It's pretty cool. So we stamp it like so. Oh, let me stamp it. You stamp it like so, and it's stamped on the rag. How cool is that? So we'll have the ink on the rag. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll stamp away. If you want to do a bunch of stamping or get things stamped, there you go. You can stamp, 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 stamp. It works good. There we go. All stamped up, ready to roll. I thought that was kind of fun. The other things, my dad gave me these lowering blocks for the car. Well, now we got lowering blocks. So that's some things I brought home from being gone. I thought that was pretty cool. We are going to lower the car a couple inches at some point. Kind of what's going to happen here is I'm jonesing. This car's not going to quite be done yet. So I'm going to get the 55 out. I'm going to get it cleaned up. I'm going to get it washed up and get it looking good. And I have an idea what I want to do on the 55. And then let me run that by you here. So what I have here is a 15/8 steel wheel. And they're a universal fit. And if you look closely, I have the cap off this 52 Chevy. And I really like that cap because they're inside caps, the way they attach on these wheels. And I can find on eBay, I can find these caps right here with the blue center section, and the bow tie is blue with all the chrome. This is just the old cap I just kind of put in there, and I thought it looked cool. And what I was thinking is, see if they fit on the 55. I just think that, let me take another, if you go at an angle here, I think that would be Absolutely a great look. It would just be so cool to have that wheel on there. Tell me down in the comments what you think of that wheel and and I would do a white letter tire on there, what that combo would look like. And I could even add a trim ring on this, a chrome trim ring to this freaking Hot Rod 55. You know, this 55 is blue and white, so it would really look good, I think, with those wheels. So let me get a bigger angle up. I think it would be tough looking. Really cool. So tell me what you think. Go down in the comments and tell me what you think of those wheels on that. If not, they will go probably on the Safari. So that's what we're looking at there. Again, tell me what you think on that. Let me take you back around over here. Oh, that's kind of where we are on this state of the garage. We got to get this car out. We got to get the cattle truck going. I got to get the 55 going because I'm jonesing to go to car shows, and not having a car is killing me. And this thing's just kind of sitting over there, and it needs a couple of things to get on the road. I mean, it's on the road now, but some small little minor stuff. One is washing it and getting it cleaned up. But let's get back to the 52. Now we're at the end of the video here. Okay, the big reveal. Here we go. So here's some of the names we had to choose from, and this was tough. I'll be honest with you. It was extremely tough to get this to pick. That's why it took me so long. Because how long ago was it we talked about naming this car? And they're all really good. I mean, they really are. So right out of the gate, I felt that to me this is a girl. I don't know why. I felt like a girl car. Not really a girl car, but it was a girl. Esmeralda. I love that name, Esmeralda. I thought that Esmeralda really fit it because of the emerald paint. That was really, really, really close. Turtle was the other one. Turtle was another one, top of the list. Kind of looks like a turtle. It fit. And then Greenie. Those are the three I was like, yes. Flossie. Flossie was a different one. And Tootsie. And then we had Sally. Then we had Maybelline. Maybelline was a good one. You know, Maybelline's real 50s feeling. And then one that really struck hard on the live videos was PATINA. And it was PATINA or PATINA because it's a patinaed car. Jezebel. Isn't Jezebel, aren't they kind of bad? Kind of a bad car. It kind of fits. Jezebel was great. Jade was another one. Pickles. Pickles didn't really, because the green color like a pickle. We have a mini horse named Pickles. So I couldn't name it Pickles. I'd have too many pickles. So that's why that one was kind of bounced out right away, even though I did like it. Elvira. That's cool. And then the funny one was, there's a guy that's always on YouTube and he comments on my stuff all the time. FJ Fester. I don't know exactly how you say it, but it's something like that. FJ Fester. And he called it car. To me, that was so funny. Hey, car. That's pretty good. Gonad, the green gonad. I mean, that's a great one. We have Sweet Pea. I had a car we called Sweet Pea before. It was a 56 Chevrolet. And it was a two-tone car, and we called it Sweet Pea. And a lot of people called it Sweet Pea. It was kind of like it had Sweet Pea on the license plate, and we called it that. So a string bean because of the color. Emma. Crazy Eddie. I felt it was a girl, so Crazy Eddie was kind of gone. But Crazy Eddie's pretty funny. I don't know why human names are funny. Miss Daisy. From the movie, Driving Miss Daisy is kind of where it come up. Yeah, I went back and forth with that one. I liked it too. Yeah, all these are on the list. That's why I liked them. There was hundreds of names, hundreds. And so we broke these down to the ones we liked. Then we have Betty. Betty's a good one. Bubbles. Alice. Goober. And Goober is funny. But again, Goober's kind of a guy name, not so much a girl. Plus, I don't know, I could see myself driving a girl named Goober. And then the last one was Clover. 4-leaf clover, 3-leaf clover. Clover's pretty clever. Clever Clover. I like those. So these are really good. All of them are really good. But we come up with a name. I think is most fitting. Tell me what you think in the comments. D-U-G. Doug. You'd say Doug. Doug. We're going to call it Doug. We're going to call her Doug. And we're going D-U-G because we dug her out of the field. We dug her out of the barn. I dig her. I dig Doug. So it just fit with Doug. Something about Doug stuck. It's a girl named Doug. I just think that this makes me laugh. Again, thanks for all the support and all the comments. We're calling her Doug because she was not D-O-U-G, but D-U-G, Doug. Like we dug her out of the field. We dug her out of the pasture. We dug her out from next to the barn. I had to dig a bunch of dirt out of this thing. I dug the interior out of here. Everything is Doug. I dug. So her name is Doug. Kind of like if her name was Randy or her name was Stevie, you know. Her name is Doug. Tell me what you think about Doug. Thanks again for the naming. Please like, subscribe. Lots of comments. You know how much I love the comments and how much interaction we have with the comments. So don't leave. Go right here. Right here. My playlist or my next video or my last video. I'll see you there. So till I see you there,